What is up, obscure tech folks? Mark coming at you yet again. It's your boy Mark. I need to come up with like a new tagline or intro phrase or something. But anyways, as you didn't already know, your ass better call somebody. If you, yeah. Anyways, ROCWARE. ROCWARE, not to be confused with Jay-Z's clothing line, and not to be confused with Johnny 5 from Short Circuit. This is the ROCWARE RC28, a 2K AI powered or AI, they use different language, AI assisted webcam that looks like Johnny 5 from Short Circuit because you got a camera and you got a microphone. So they're kind of claiming that it's a pro recording microphone that is built into this thing. Let's take a look at everything that comes in the box. I'm just going to take it out. Documentation, USB A to C, which means it's not a fixed cable, which is great. $35, by the way. $35 for what's in this bag. Oh, let's go make a sweet screenshot. I am Johnny 5. I am Johnny 5. I can actually see through the screen, through the camera part, or the microphone part. I see the little capsule in there, actually. Yeah, I feel like I'm in that movie with Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman, Eyes Wide Shut, maybe. Like, rad. This is pretty big. This is sizable. I mean, it feels good. Feels good. It's got a clamp, for your monitor and stuff to get Johnny 5's eyes on everything. It's got a slider on top here to privacy shutter. I like that. I hate the little flip down stuff. That's a nice little privacy shutter. We've got what looks like some sensors here. I mean, it's really a nice camera. It's got a little fingerprint button here. I can't remember what that's for, but USB-C on the back. $35, man. If this thing looks decent at all, kind of a steal already. Now to change field of view, press and hold the touch button on the back for 1.5 seconds to switch between 85, 75, and 65 degrees field of view. I think this is 75 degrees. I think that's 65. I think that's 85. Pretty easy though. Little 1.5 second touch. Field of view changes completely. And there's software. I'll show you a picture of the software here. I'll show you a picture of the software here. Let me tell you now. Well, wait. We'll do something. We'll get that all screen recorded and crap. Anyways, yeah, $35. Right now, I'm using my Insta360 Link. A lot of controversy around that company, but I've had this camera and I've used it for my obscure mics and obscure tech videos for quite a while now, over a year, I think, at least. And I'm pretty happy with it. I'm not going to color grade this footage. I usually color grade at the end of the editing process. Not going to do that though, because there is already some settings applied here. But I color grade on my video editor as a last step. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to leave it like this, which is just a tiny bit washed, just not as saturated and dark and shadowy as I like it. But we're going to leave it the way it is so we can compare it to this a little bit. And then I'll do an office test with this and a webcam in its price range, the Aki HD webcam, which is about $35 as well. We'll compare this to that. Tit for tat, all that good stuff. Let's hook this up and just see what we've got in this $35 AI-assisted 2K detachable cord camera with supposedly a great microphone in it. Let's go. Let's go. Let's fucking go. So, whoop, there it is. I've got the ROCWARE RC28, and I had to really shift it over on the monitor where the camera, like, it's just kind of got a weird angle going on. Let's open the software here. Let's go through some of the settings here. We've got brightness controls, contrast, And vertical flip, woo! We got horizontal flip. We got on-screen adjustments to the field of view, but those didn't seem to work. Only works with the touch input on the back, it seems. We've got video preview on and off. Advanced settings, we can go in and we can kind of change some of that stuff. Saturation. Exposure, okay. We can turn the exposure off. That helped out a little bit. So yeah, we've got some settings here. I'll adjust these a good bit and then come back with my settings adjustments. Redshift, live, meeting. Let's go to the audio. So if I take the audio hi-fi off, it's going to go to noise canceling. I just did that. So this is the noise canceling of the microphone that's built in. And I had to redo this part of the video, but I will say, ignore what I say about the microphone. I think it is pretty good. I say that it's not enough to, like, you know, pitch this camera with, but listening back on my speakers to the office footage and everything else, the microphone's pretty decent, honestly. So got some software. I'm gonna turn canceling off. Okay, canceling's back off. Noise canceling, not bad. And then we had the auto framing feature. This is the AI part. So zooms in on me. Yep, working good. Yep, fail me. Ah, yeah. That works pretty well. Kind of cool for 35 bucks. I'm kind of like fairly impressed, really. 35 bucks, 60 frames per second. AI auto tracking. This is not bad. Turn that off, kind of zooms out a little bit. Turn it on, zooms back in a little. Pretty cool. When you have the AI tracking on, the light changes from blue to purple. Let's check out some tweak settings and end this video. Let's do the AUKI first in an office environment. This is what the AUKI sounds like, or well, looks like and sounds like. Very dark. And then over here you can see like the ripples with my lights. I'll turn the lights on, but this is low light performance office, just a couple lamps on. And this is low light performance of the ROCWARE. Low light performance, not quite as wide of an angle, but a more natural looking angle. We don't have the ripples over here like we had before. Let's turn on the lights. Now we've got the overhead lights on. The low light performance was really good. This is a little strange looking. Let's check out the AUKI with the overhead lights on. Here's the AUKI with the overhead lights on. Still very dark. Still got the ripples that I can see. Interesting in office test. Definitely the ROCWARE. Much better. Let's do ROCWARE one more time. We'll go to 60 frames per second. All right, this is the ROCWARE 1080p 60 frames per second. Should be a lot smoother. I mean, it looks about the same if we're being honest, but it can do 60 frames per second, which is good because I film YouTube videos in 60 FPS, so this might be a good overhead cam for me. Office tests concluded. Okay, so I adjusted some things, like I turned the auto white balance off, which now I'm looking a little blue, a little tiny bit blue, but it was hard to really hone in on that, but I did want some darker accents in the camera shot. And so this is kind of tweaked about as much as I can tweak it, honestly. Tweak it. And real quick, we'll do the autofocus test. Everything's focused on me pretty well, but let's see about autofocus here. I want to use something kind of bright. Try these. Pretty quick. That's pretty quick. Let's try something a little bigger. It's almost instant. And yeah, this is fine. I think it's an okay camera. I think it's better than the Aki after doing the office tests. I like that it's 60 FPS. I think the AI tracking is kind of neat. The microphone, I think, is just a microphone. I don't really think it's that special, but it is a little bit better than the Aki microphone for sure. When you use like a, an XLR mic like this, you're not going to hear any kind of upgrade or anything like that. So I do think the microphone part might be a little bit gimmicky. But the image quality is, I've seen much worse out of more expensive webcams. So I think this is pretty decent. I would be interested in trying their 4K webcam. 4K and webcams don't generally mix well, in my opinion. But maybe maybe it offers something that other webcams don't. I don't know. But this webcam's pretty decent for $35. I do think it's a recommend if you're looking for just like a streaming webcam or just something to get started and you're okay with tweaking the settings until your little heart's content. I think this could work out for you. And the microphone is solid. I just don't think it's enough to like make a pitch on. I wouldn't pitch this camera based on the microphone. I would pitch this camera based on 60 frames per second for $35. The AI tracking, the slide over privacy shutter, and a detachable cable. Those are good things. And the image quality is pretty decent, especially for $35. It's not mind-blowing or anything like that, but it's very decent. So ROCWARE, I think it's a good recommend. $35, hard to beat. Not bad. Thanks to ROCWARE for sending it over. Link to it's down in the description. Those are affiliate links, so it does help me out financially to keep the channels running, etc., etc. I'm out of here. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching another one. Peace out.